Good afternoon, Facebookers. This is your girl, Donceletta, coming to you live. This message may not be for you, but it is for someone. I know you guys have seen me posting many pictures, posting a lot of progress that I've been making over the last couple weeks. And I had to post this. I had to do this video today as I'm sitting in the Walmart parking lot headed home. As I'm got to thinking and just thinking of life and thinking how precious life is and how we take it for granted. Many of you are not aware of, a couple of weeks ago, I was hospitalized twice in 1 week. Very terrifying, very frightening for me. And at the same time, as I was fighting for my life, I had a dear friend that was fighting for his. He's pulled through. He's coming through. His name is Jeremiah Washington. I have tears in my eyes because as I was fighting for mine, I was on an altar for his. In that hospital room, I had to build an altar around myself. And I had to trust everything within me. And it's one word that stood with me that a friend said to me: don't let fear override what you can do. I had another friend that told me, build your altar right where you are. Begin to pray, meditate. Don't lose focus. And I'm in tears because on yesterday I reached out to my mother that had been on my heart very heavily. To not know that when I was on the altar for me and those, that my mother was in the hospital room as well. She had had a slight heart attack and had been struggling within her health. She's only been out the hospital a week. I've been out of the hospital 1 week. But she was heavy on my heart. I say that to say that we have to be obedient even when we are going through, even when we are challenged, even when we are hurting, even when we are in pain. We have to be obedient. My friend Jeremiah is doing well. He's progressing. He had to have brain surgery. He was unresponsive. He couldn't breathe on his own. But there I was. I can breathe on my own. I was responsive. But I was still fighting. More than you can ever imagine. So today I just say, this is for someone. It may not be for you. But obedience is key in this season. Life. Value it. Stop taking it for granted. I made a commitment to myself to start a healthy life. Healthy eating. Exercising, meditating, appreciating all that's here on this earth that was given to us. It's all here. Healing, natural healing. Yes, I'm still challenged. Yes, things are still pending. But God's report is what I believe and what I trust in. The tests that were ran, they thought I had cancer. But because of God's grace, He said, not so. There's still some other issues, but I trust God and I have to do my part. And that's to eat healthy, think healthy, meditate, and trust that God even has this. He has me in His hand. He had my mother. He had my friend. And speaking to her yesterday just gave me life because the fighter in her, she is just like me. She's one of a kind. She's a fighter. For many that know me know that my mother has been on drugs for many, many, many years. I've taken her in several times, and my home was a safe haven for her. Once upon a time. She's gone back to the streets, came back out the streets, came back to me. I've done everything that God has told me to do concerning her. And I'll never give up on her because she was 14 years old when she was turned on to drugs, turned on to prostitution. But one thing that I respect her for and admire her for this day, is that she knew that she could not give me the life that I needed. That she could not give me the care that I deserved. So she walked me into foster care. In spite of the welfare check, the food stamps, and whatever type of public assistance there was that could have helped her get the drugs that she needed, she said not so. She had the courage to turn me over to the system. And I lived in a beautiful home, Mary Magzill, Dudley Magzill. My foster parents, I call them Grandpa and Grandma to this day. They're both deceased. One went home last year, and one went home about 3 or 4 years ago. But they taught me everything that I know. And I thank God for them. I thank God everything that is in me, everything that is in you. I say to you, never give up. Never judge unless you truly have walked and lived someone's story. And I say this to you that may not know your mother, know your father, know their situation, know their circumstances, know what they've been through, know what they've fought through, know what they're going through. Don't judge them, because we all have our own journeys. And it'd be just that non-judgment that God may have grace on your life in a time that you need him more to have grace. Because we all have a past. We all have a road that we walked along by our choice. But why do we make those choices? So I say to you today, love your mother, your father. Walk in obedience. Be led by the Spirit of the Creator. He will guide you and lead you and put people on your heart that you're to pray for, even in the midst of your tragedy. I say, pray, meditate. My doctor came into my room, and I say this, and then I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. He said, you're so much different from yesterday. He came in, I said, I'm ready. I'm ready for the surgery. I'm ready. Let's do it. He said, it's something different about you today, because I didn't let fear override what I can do. I had to make up in my mind that I was going to fight and that I was going to survive. I did not survive this long to die, to roll over and die in that hospital room. Not I. Not I. Not the Bellamy blood that flows through these veins. It wouldn't let me give up. It wouldn't let me stop. As I reflected on the strength, the woman that I am, the queen that I am, as I look back at my children and my grandchildren and realize that they need me and I need them, I had to fight like never before. So my prayer for whoever may be going through in your health, physically or mentally, I tell you to stand on your inner self. Stand on that inner voice that speaks through you, that gives you the strength and the power to continue to fight when you think you can't fight. It was moments in that hospital room that I didn't think that I can fight. I even kicked my doctor out. I said, I don't want to hear anymore. I said, I need time to regroup. I need time to rethink all the things that you've said to me. And I learned through that one situation a couple of weeks ago is that we can't trust and listen to what the doctors tell us all the time. We can't let them get us in an uproar and get us in a frantic, because they say you may have something, or they say that this is what's going on with your body. Only God truly knows. Trust your inner self. Trust God. Outweigh your fears. Fight through. Get through. This is your girl, Donceletta. And I had to come to you live today. Again, non-judgment. Love your mother. Love your father. There was dealt a hand, just like my mother Caroline fully. And she played the hand the best way she knew how to play it. Caroline threw her hand in because she realized that she was not going to win in the game of being a mother. But she allowed God to use her for 9 months. Use her womb, to nurture, protect, and carry me and deliver me full term. Her job is complete. Well done, Caroline. I will always love you. You are my strength. I am all that you couldn't be, all that you dreamed of being. You lived through me. Donceletta.